This is lesson 2 of Beatrice, and in this lesson I'm going to look at the scales that fit the chord sequence. In this lesson I'm going to look at the scales that you can use for Beatrice. It's a 16-bar piece of music and I've written out some suitable scales. I'm going to play all of the scales that are on the worksheet and go through it, and then in the next lesson I'm going to show you how you can play extra notes and vary the scales. So this is the first approach. The first bar has an F major chord, so you can play F major. And if you miss out the fourth and you miss out the seventh, you get a 5-note scale, which is F pentatonic. The next scale is to fit G flat major 7 sharp 11, and the sharp 11 is the same as the sharp 4. So as soon as you get a sharp 4, you know that you should put a Lydian scale in, because Lydian translates usually as sharp 4. It's actually the 4th mode. So if we're on G flat major, we're actually playing the scale of D flat major, but starting it on G flat, and this sounds like this. There's a bar of F major, so we can play I'll play the pentatonic this time. And then we go down a tone to E flat major 7, and I've treated this as a Lydian scale. Why? Because most scales that fit major 7ths in jazz are sharp 11, even though they don't always say it, and that means that they are Lydian and they have a sharp 4. But obviously going from F to E flat, you'll be hearing an A, so it sounds appropriate. In bar 5 we've got D minor, and I've written a scale which is the Aeolian, and there are other possibilities. I've bracketed the 2nd and the 6th, which leaves us with a pentatonic scale, and that's actually the same as the pentatonic on F, because D minor and F major are related. D is the relative minor, F is the relative major, and so it's the same pentatonic scale. And if at any point there's anything that's not clear, most of these terms are found on my Jazz Snippets sites, and you can just find out very, very quick simple answers to more complex questions. In bar 6 we're back to E flat major, which is the Lydian again. In the next bar I've listed some notes that will fit. Now the chords here are D minor 7, C minor 7 and B flat minor 7. There are many versions where it's just D minor 7 for a whole bar and the bass just descends. But we'll be looking at that in future lessons, and also show you what Stan Getz and Joe Henderson, what approach they take at that particular part of the tune. But for the moment I'm just going to show you 4-note groupings of notes that fit this descending pattern. So we've got D minor 7, and then C minor 7, and then B flat minor 7. I'm just going to play a Dorian mode scale on B flat, and Dorian is the 2nd mode, so that's derived from A flat major. I'm going to do the same on A minor 7, and then we're going to come to B flat major 7. I'm going to treat that as a Lydian. Next 2 bars are a 2-5-1 into the relative minor, so I'm going to use the scale of D minor harmonic. I'm just going to play that so you can hear it. It has the flat 6 and the raised 7th. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start it on the 2nd because that fits the chord of E minor 7, and you can see how it works. Sounds pretty good. And then on the actual resolution of D minor, I've just come down on a pentatonic scale. The final 4 bars have this pattern of G minor 7, so I've used the Dorian there. Then the G flat Lydian, F minor minor Dorian, G flat major 7, sharp 11, that's Lydian again. So that's a brief introduction to some of the scales that would be suitable for forming your melodies in an improvisation for Beatrice. In the next lesson, I'm going to build on that and give you some further ideas. That was lesson 2 on Beatrice, and in lesson 3 I'm going to look at some other scales that you can use on the harmony of Beatrice.